Hello, friends. Today we're going to talk about how other people see you. Today we have 4 piles: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Please fill the pile that you're most called towards by the number, the color, or the deck. Usually for me, I like to kind of gently put my hand over each deck, even through the screen, and I can usually get a feeling of which deck or 2 decks might be mine. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with pile 1. Okay, so pile 1. Let's see if we can just get one card for right now to just place at the top of the screen. And see if we can just get some channeled messages with this one card. Oh my. How do people see you? This card just flew right out. Now keep in mind that what were you thinking about while you were getting this reading? Were you thinking about one person in particular, a group of people, or all people? Because this could affect your reading. So right here, you may be in a phase of your life where you're trying to figure out, oh gosh, I'm getting a few messages here. You might be in a phase in your life where you're trying to figure out how to remove yourself from some patterns that you've been stuck in for a while. And so from some people's perspective, it might look like you are feeling powerless or you are stuck, and to them, they might see that they have the solutions as to why you are this way. But for you, I'm sensing that the reason why that you are in this state is because I'm sensing that you're sort of opening up some new channels, some new maybe psychic awareness, your third eye, your like some sort of extra sense of some kind, clairvoyance. I'm seeing that. So I'm sort of getting this mixed message right here, so that although you are seen as somebody who is sort of standing in their own mess right here, surrounded by these swords, bound by the rope, covered through your eyes, you're in the midst of a process right now, and I'm sort of feeling this incubation period almost for your own safety. Maybe some people might see that in you. They see that you might be purposefully putting yourself in this position while you are healing from something. But other people, or the person you're thinking of in particular, might see it as something of your own doing that doesn't have a purpose for it being that way. Okay. So with the Seven of Pentacles here, I see somebody who is methodical with planting seeds. Oh, I like that combination. I see somebody who honors truth. Okay, that probably goes right here. So with these cards right here, I see somebody who is patient. Somebody here who is patient. So somebody or other people see you as somebody who is good at planning, somebody who is good at planting seeds, planning for the future, somebody who is cautious about their future, somebody who is willing to be patient for a victory. Somebody who is strong to hold out. Somebody who will stick to their truth. Somebody that will stick to their truth even if it gives you anxiety, even if it makes you feel powerless or stuck. You are willing to stick to your truth, and you are also willing to plant the seeds for your future for a victory. And it's recognized that this requires a lot of strength from you. People see you as very strong. So, I find this so interesting that you have this card right here at the helm, but this card is your foundation. So this sort of shows me that you might be in a quote-unquote phase right now in your life where normally this is your foundation. Normally you feel secure as a person. You feel that your truth, your sense of self, your inner strength, your ability to be patient, your ability to plan for the future and plant seeds, and this beautiful cohesion bringing you this victory. I think normally this is probably your status quo. This is what you're comfortable with, and this is how people normally see you at other times of your life. But there might be something, some sort of conflict that you're going through right now, some sort of tension, some sort of situation or circumstance that is giving you anxiety, is making you feel powerless, and it's making you feel stuck. And somebody, one person or other people might see this about you, and it might make them feel uncomfortable because they're sort of used to you being this way right here. So maybe, see if we can get one more card. Okay. So maybe something has happened recently. This could have so many meanings. Maybe something happened recently where it didn't go your way, or the plans that you had laid out didn't quite manifest as you had planned. Maybe you're in a point where you had some carefully laid plans, I'm sorry, I have a few messages coming through right now, and I'm just trying to sort them out in my mind. Okay, I'm getting a sense that these cups that have spilled over right here, that this is actually, I think, a circumstance that has sort of plagued you for a while. It's something that's been going on for a long time. It's something that's been going on for a long time. And I sort of feel that although some people feel your loss and see that you feel stuck about it or powerless about it, I just feel like you're strategically withholding something inside because you have a plan, or you're coming up with a plan to manage these two cards that are at your foundation and at your helm, or at your crown. Like, I guess if this was at your root chakra, this would be your crown chakra. It's like, or your lower chakras and your higher chakras right here. I feel like people or somebody wants to remind you who you are. And also maybe you might feel that you have to remind others that these are not only the cards that you are. I get a sense that maybe I get a sense that maybe you feel misunderstood, or you feel judged, or there was some sort of loss that happened. I'm also sensing that feedback and projection from others are also, I think, keeping you in this state in a way, because it's so important for you to be in alignment with your truth, because when you're not in alignment with your truth, I don't feel that you have access to your strength in the way that you are accustomed to having access to your strength. I mean, to have, I think, you're probably somebody I see that hides or keeps to themselves. There are more sad emotions or grieving emotions, and you create, I think, a way. There's parts of you that you create a way to move and live alongside it by honing into your strength, being willing to be patient to plant seeds and have that victory, so that you can figure out how to live alongside these things. I just sort of feel that, like, whatever this Five of Cups card represents, I just feel that this is probably one of those types of pains or one of those types of griefs that they're just one of those things that you have to learn to live with. It's not, I don't think, one of those types of pains or wounds or griefs that can be fully healed or fully recovered. And I know the world likes to keep us... We live in a world right now where toxic positivity is very much projected onto each other, and it makes us feel like we are supposed to let things go, or that we are supposed to fully forgive, no matter the grievance, no matter the grief, no matter the sadness or the trauma or the wound. And I think that in a way, all that that's really produced is a way for us to create a mask to hide how we truly feel. And I think that this is sort of what people see. I think this is sort of what people see that you have done. And I think that people, they do see this as positive, that it does require a great amount of strength to be able to keep living with what you have been living with. And I do feel that with this card at the top, that I do feel that people... I'm getting the sense that it's like, I think people want to, like, people or this person, I'm getting two different messages. I'm getting that for some of you, there is somebody or several people in your life. I'm so sad that some of you, this is multiple people in your life, that they want you to be this card. They want you to be ungrounded, this person sitting in the water, not on the ground. They want you to be surrounded by these swords. They want you to be bound up. I get a sense that for people who pick this pile, I get a sense that the people that you are asking about, this has to do with, I think, your family or your friends group. I get a sense that there's some sort of message that these people see you. Oh, okay, gosh, I'm sorry, I just had to take a deep breath on that. This is a very particular message. I would be surprised if this resonates with many people, but for some of you in this pile, I get the sense that I get the sense that certain people are downloading their truth into your mind, and they want to keep you in this state because they do not want to take ownership for the amount of pain that they have caused you. And then for others of you, sorry, I have to take a deep breath. This is like, I can just feel so much right now, just moving in between my solar plexus and my heart chakra, just like people trying to control you and they know it. And it's like blocking your heart, and I feel that how you are perceiving this is almost like your protection in a way. It's like going back and like it's like a double-edged sword. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's like, these people are trying to download things into you, and you're sort of allowing them to think that they are affecting you, but also while you are here in this space, you are also protecting yourself, like you're protecting your psychic space. Wow, okay. Let's pull some additional cards. That got really heavy, I was not expecting that. Let's pull some additional cards. And let's see if we can get some more messages of how people see you. Let's see, how do people see Kyle Lynn? The Hunter. The Mask. So what I see with these two cards here is I can't help but notice what these two cards look like together. It's like I feel that this part of you right here, this dark side right here, I think that this is partly all of the psychic energy that everybody is projecting onto you, and you've sort of, it's not possible to fully protect your mind from being invaded by another person. We're just not biologically designed that way, which is why it is so important to be mindful of who you allow into your inner circle, into your psychic space, especially with who you live with. And I know a lot of people do not have the luxury of always having the most ideal roommates, whether it's your family or your friends, and sometimes there are income restrictions, but I'm sort of feeling like right here that you have created this way to protect part of you, but you know that you can't protect all of you. And this part of you right here that is trying to protect, that is really, really trying to protect here, your psychic space, your heart. I do see that this, like, in a way that these ropes, I get the sense that in a way it's like protecting your heart and your solar plexus, and, from being invaded. I do sense that you might be at a point now where you're just so ready to break free. And you're so ready, I think, this is kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, you want to have both of these to look this way. Also, I'm sort of getting a message that you could be in a dark night of the soul, where this could be the mask that you have been wearing, and in a way the situation is causing you to break down your mask so that you can ride towards who you really are in the core. I get the feeling that you are exiting the dark night of the soul, or you are nearing the end of an ego death, or at least one of them. I'm one of those people that believe we probably have multiple ego deaths. Okay, let's get some other cards. Okay. We'll do this one next. Okay, Spirit, how do people see pile 1? I'm also getting a message while I'm shuffling and I'm looking at these cards all together at the table. I'm also getting a message that there's at least one person in your circle or in your close, like where you live or where you hang, maybe like work or something, that they really want to put you back into the box. And I don't really know exactly what that means. I also get a sense that you know that. And I think that that's why, in a way, I have this feeling that this card and this card and these cards right here, you have almost strategically placed these cards there for a reason, and that's partly protection, because it's like you don't want to, you're not quite ready to reveal to this person or persons or people or tribe or others, I'm not sure, your family or friends, how strong you actually are. I feel like you are wanting to first work on a few things internally. Yes, that is just, yes, confirmation. Completion, support, expediency, justice, truth, and duty. I'm really seeing with these two cards here, and the horse here, the lion here, and the horse here, I'm really seeing that whatever process that you're in right now, you're like near the end of it. Like you're almost ready to really break free. Here's the bottom deck energy. Dawn, the Red Shepherd, just reward, evaluation, respite. I just get this feeling like like there might be a part of you, and this is probably only a message for some people, there might be a part of you that is just really ready. You are preparing yourself to hand back somebody their karma. Like, you're not, I don't see that you're going to do it in a revenge sort of way or a vindictive way at all. I really do see you just simply giving it back. Sorry about that. My cat came in and opened the door. I always feel like she comes in whenever a very big energy is shared in these readings. Well, excuse me, I just took a sip of my drink. I'm loving this for you. I just feel like whatever has been happening in your life, you have been patient, and you have been calculating, and you have been adjusting very mindfully your insides. Everything that is inside of you. And I just feel like whoever it is that you're doing this reading about, like whoever it is that you're thinking about while you're doing this reading, I get the feeling like you are about to deliver some very calculated truth. Yeah, I'm not like, for those of you that might be looking at this Like, if you might have come to this reading for somebody who is a lover, I'm not sensing that this is about lovers or any romantic relationships. Like, I'm really sensing that this has to do with some sort of family, friends, or co-workers is what I'm sensing here. Okay, let's see if we can figure out if I have my angel and ancestors deck here. I honestly don't know what it wants to tell you, but I know this deck wants to come out for some reason, so let's just say that there's a message here, and I don't know what. Air Guardian, shift your perspective. I feel like this Air Guardian has been with you for a while. This is probably an energy that you've welcomed with this Ace of Swords and this Eight of Swords right here, and also with Abraham as well. That I think that this you've been working, I think, with this Air Guardian for a while. Whether you want to see this Air Guardian as this is probably different for some of you. Maybe an ancestor or a spirit guide, or just simply air energy. Just simply air energy, the air signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's you, or maybe you're just simply tapping into this energy in your birth chart for astrology, your astrological birth chart. Maybe you have a very significant air placement, and you've been tapping into your perception. And I think that this perception is what's going to set you free. Okay, and let's see if we can get one astrological card. Yeah. Okay. This kind of confirmed what I was feeling. Fourth house roots and Mercury mind. You are shifting your perspective about your family, your ancestral line, your generational line. You are shifting your perspective about it, and it's setting you free. Okay. And let's see if we can get you some advice cards. And I'm sort of getting a feeling that this advice card, which is going to come through the astrological deck, is going to be about maybe a simple shift in your perspective that you might need moving forward, since I think this is part of your reading. And this shift in particular is going to be in regards to approaching this person you're thinking of or your family. Okay. South Node. Remember, reconsider, now is not the time. Okay, so I think that this is, in a way, a little bit of a warning. I'm sort of feeling that for you, you're almost there, but you're not quite there yet. And I don't know if it's actually your inner process, or if it's something in your internal environment that's waiting to align with your internal process. I think that the message that I'm getting is there's a time for everything, and it's not quite that time yet. That there's still things that you need to work through, and possibly maybe the perspective that this air guardian wants to tell you is to look into your south node. If you look in the description box in my in this reading, I do have a reading that goes in depth about your south node and your north node, so you might want to consider looking into that reading. You can get it at Etsy or FIVERR in my channel. I make it pretty affordable for people if you're interested. If not, if you're somebody that's pretty skilled with astrology, you can find your south node and your north node in most online birth chart calculators, and then you can do some like investigative research and look further into your south node. You're going to want to look at the sign and the house that it's in. Okay, so we have 2 advice cards for you. And so I think that this was kind of expressing something that I was picking on earlier, is that you might be in a situation with these people that you feel are limiting your power, and you can't quite escape it yet. And I think Spirit is saying lean into your limitations. I know that's probably hard to think about how to practically do that. When I think of leaning into your limitations, it just means kind of acknowledge that they're there, but don't hyper-focus on it. Recognize the limitations and work around them. Empower yourself around them. What is in your control? Work on what you can control. And then it says, do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. I think that when I see this one, I'm also saying that your respite is on the way. Your restitution is on the way. You've already done most of the work. And so I'm kind of getting the feeling like, don't be frustrated, you're almost there. Like, allow yourself to be peaceful between now and then, because the next phase, you're going to need another energy burst for when you let all of this stuff unleash, whatever it is. Like, you're already in the space where, like, this is a done deal, is sort of what I'm feeling. Like, your victory is a done deal. I'm saying the completion is a done deal. It's just, I feel like South Node, maybe look into your South Node, because maybe that's going to be the thing that brings the closure. But also, I'm hearing now is not the time, because there is like another cycle that's playing out separate of you, is kind of what I'm sensing here. So there's other things that are aligning in your favor. For those, I feel sorry for whoever this person is. Like, they're gonna get it. I feel like this is you right here. Like, with this little, like, symbol on top of your head. Like, you are, like, they don't even know it's coming consciously. Maybe they feel it unconsciously, and maybe that's causing a lot of pushback for you, but they don't even know. Okay, so this concludes your reading. This was a very specific message. I would be surprised if everybody listening to this resonates with this, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below. Please like the video if it brought you peace, clarity, or conviction towards your next steps in life. You can hit the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified with new readings or astrological insights. And please check out the description box below if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me. through Etsy, FIVERR, or you can directly contact me through Gmail. If you're looking for a way to donate $1 to support my channel, I have links below for Zelle or PayPal. It is never expected, but always appreciated. And you can also find me on Instagram, on Facebook, the links are below. And I offer some free daily readings and astrological transits there. Okay, bye-bye, pile 1. I'm going to clear all of these so I can get ready for pile 2. I'm not very good at editing my videos, which is why I just go straight through to each pile, but I am going to take just a moment to take a sip of my drink before we start. Okay. Pile 2. Okay. So for your reading, really think about, before you start this reading, is this reading specifically about one person, how one person in particular thinks about you? That card just came out. We're going to work with that one. How one person particularly thinks about you, how a lot of people think about you, how most people think of you, or a specific group of people think of you. Just really think about, as you connect to this reading, who it is. This card cracks me up. This is the Nine of Cups. I love this little guy's face with all of these cups right here. I kind of feel like people see you as somebody who offers a lot to yourself, meaning that you are skilled at offering yourself self-love and self-satisfaction and self-worth and feeling confident in yourself. I feel like people recognize, or this person recognizes, that you are very skilled at filling your own cup, other people's cups. And like, you're almost very skilled at adapting yourself in several situations as well. Like, I feel that with this Jupiter energy and Pisces energy here, I just feel such a strong sense of abundance and adaptability. Like, you have the ability to, it's almost like your mind is open enough and creative enough where you have the ability to bounce back and forth between all of these different environments and places, and you do it with such grace and success, and like, everyone sees that you almost it almost fills your cup to be able to do something like that. Like, I think for some people that they would find this very draining, but not for you. Like, you find it invigorating. Like, it gives you, like, I don't know why these grapes are sticking out. Like, it gives you a sense of, like, freshness and, like, rejuvenation. Like, it makes you feel alive and abundant to bounce back around and fill all of these cups. Like, I'm getting like a mother bee or something like that. Let's see if we can get some more cards. That was really cute. Ace of Wands. Wow. Oh, Seven of Swords. Okay, so with these cards, I sort of see that, like, to sort of build on this narrative here, I think that people see that you are, like, this creative spark. Like, you can go in and you can, like, light all of these little fires everywhere, in a positive way, not like like lighting matches everywhere, but I mean in people's hearts. Like, you go around and and all of these cups that you fill, you're also lighting little lights, little sparks everywhere that you go. Like, people feel that you are just, you're full of joy, like you are, like you have this zest for life, but you also have the ability to be emotionally present as well. Like, I'm seeing like you've learned how to balance water and fire energy pretty successfully, where it's like you have the ability to know when you need to be passionate about something and like a go-getter about something, and other times I know you know when you need to sit back and just allow things to flow, or allow emotions to play its course. But I also see with this card here that you're also skilled at knowing when when something is a bad investment in your time, or when something like when you need to just sneak away. Like, I see this card, it's like it's saying that in a way that people see that the reason why you are able to keep up this energy right here is because you are like a master in the return of investment when it comes to people, to situations, to relationships. Like, you know when you have to just like sneak out and like take all your take all your swords with you. It's like, I like this card because this card shows like he's sneaking away with his 5 swords and he's leaving the 2 behind. But it's like if he would have stuck around, like he would have lost all of his swords. Like, he wouldn't even have any more. So it's like he's strategically leaving the 2 behind and taking the 5 that he can. And I think that people see that you don't mess around in situations for too long. Yeah, this was at the bottom of the deck. You don't mess around with situations for too long because it separates you from flow, like from the cycles of life. Like, you recognize, I think people recognize that there is a flow to you, and that is why you are like lucky in their eyes. They see you as blessed or lucky, and it's because you've had you've here's another Jupiter right here. And it's because I think people recognize that for you to be this abundant person who can give so much back is you've had to master. Okay, here's another one. You've had to master leaving before it gets bad. Like, I think this is why these 2 cards are coming up. You've been in so many situations where you have had to leave behind all of your swords. All of them. When I see this card has several meanings, but when I'm seeing these together, I'm seeing that with this person, you've been in situations, and maybe people see this about you, or other people have seen this about you. You've been in situations where you've given so much, you've compromised so much, to the point that you've had to sacrifice your authenticity and your truth. And it's like you wanted to give so much. Like, I see like that you might have been in a position in your life where you might have over-martyred yourself. And maybe people have seen this in you where you are just very, very giving. And I have a feeling like I'm seeing this little branch right here with like the hand. It's like I'm sensing like vampiric type energy. It's like there's just, I mean, I hate saying this, but it's just like there's just some people in phases in their life they are just like this, where they just take. And I just feel like they're just taking like all of your swords, like all of your all that you were giving, to the point where you just had to like hightail it and leave, and you left with nothing. And now it's like with all these experiences, you've really learned, I think, to recognize that you can't sacrifice who you are you're a giving person, and you recognize that the more that you give, the more that you receive. And this brings you so much energy. So much energy. But Spirit is also saying that if you give too much, you leave with nothing with certain people. So it's like you've learned through your experiences that you have to sometimes just cut your losses. And I think people see this in you. This person or people, they see that you have achieved a sense of mastery over this. They see that you're not, here's another ace card. You're not somebody that can be taken advantage of anymore if you were at one point in your life. They recognize that you're somebody who, I'm sort of picking up that this is kind of like a past position and a future position right here, and this is kind of where you are right now. I'm sensing that you've been planting some strategic seeds. That maybe there was a point in your life where you had to rest so that you could sit back and plant some seeds in peace, so that you could be, I think, the person that you were designed to be, which is, I think, how most people see you here. There may be some people that still see you this way and might still try to take advantage of you this way, but I think you might have planted so many seeds where your tree is solid enough where you've sort of entered into this, Jupiter cycle of abundance. Maybe you are a Sagittarius, or you align with that energy, or you have a very significant Sagittarian placement, but I really do feel that your ability to, all that you've been achieving right now is going to bring you some new beginnings here, and I do feel that this is very noticeable to people. Like, I do think that people see that you have a lot of good things coming your way, a lot of good karma coming your way, and I do have a feeling that that some people might see that you are in the presence of a test, and I think they want to see, like, if you are going to go back this way or if you're going to go forward this way. Like, if you're just going to leave this behind you and just take what you've learned. Just recognize that if you are going to be this person who gives so that they can receive, although I know you're probably not thinking, oh, I'm going to give so I can receive, but just sort of recognizing that this is just this circle of life. The more that you hoard, the poorer you feel. It cuts your blessings off. So it's like if you give and give and give and give, it just comes back and it comes back and it comes back. Like, you recognize you've been planting a lot of seeds of good fortune, and I think you have a lot coming your way, and people do see this in you. I'm kind of wondering, though, if you are somebody who is leaving a relationship or has left a relationship, like you're recovering from a relationship that was no good for you. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of my drink. Like, I'm kind of wondering if somebody sees you or others see you as somebody who has done a lot of recovery work, a lot of work on yourself, a lot of, like, you've really focused on showing up for yourself and showing up for people in a time where I feel like maybe you were depleted, and maybe you might have gotten to a point where some people even wondered if you were going to recover from this at all. And I think that maybe now you're at a point where you're on the precipice of this new life. or you're in the process of this, of beginning this. You know, whether you are, I sort of see this as like, this is step 1, step 2, step 3. It's like you've got to plant the seeds, you've got to connect to the circle of life, and before you can receive the blessings. And I guess it might depend on where everybody is with this, but I do really like how we have Saturn here. We have Saturn, Jupiter, Jupiter. And we have some very interesting Saturn and Jupiter connections right now, which means they're probably going to touch everybody's birth chart in a very unique way. You might want to consider looking into your transits, like how they're touching your progressed chart or your birth chart. You can look for me on Etsy or FIVERR, and I can help you with that. I have some readings that help with transits. Or if you're skilled in astrology and you know how to do that stuff for yourself, I would definitely suggest you look into that. Because I do see that possibly you had some interesting connections in your chart due to your upbringing, maybe a mother wound, or I'm sensing like a wound in regards to a past relationship, or like a sibling of some kind. I'm not really sure. I'm more so getting like a mother wound that affected a relationship wound is more so what I'm feeling, and that you have seen this, and you have mindfully worked towards it. So when I see Saturn, I see that Saturn is the lord of karma, but also this type of karma, this is the kind of karma that we diligently work towards. Whereas like Pluto, that planet is like more of like a rebirth. It's like an ego death. Like it's like all that you were dies and you become reborn. Whereas Saturn, it's like, okay, here are my issues, and here how I'm going to diligently work towards these things and plant these seeds, because it's like you're learning from the things of your past. You're not having an ego death per se, it's turning into wisdom, and that wisdom is providing you these this abundance that is on the way or is already on the way. So I do feel like people, they see you as somebody that is, I think, wise, and you're very giving with your wisdom, or you're very giving with what you know about life or your resources in life. Like I have a feeling that maybe at one point you struggled with scarcity mindset. You struggled with scarcity mindset, and I think that now it's like you're on the complete polar end of it, where it's just like you're really working towards abundance. Wow. I had a feeling. Womb. I was thinking mother, a mother womb, the empty room. Like there's, like, I don't know, like maybe you show up for people as a mother to heal your lack of mothering as when you were growing up. Like maybe you have some unconscious mother wounds, or you already know what I'm talking about, probably. Okay. So the Hunter card, this card came up with reading 1, so if you felt called to also look at reading 1, I would suggest looking at it, because there are some similarities from this reading to the other reading, um, like if I were to guess, like this, yeah, yeah, like it's like a different facet of the other reading for some people, because the other reading was just so particular. Like there's a very particular message in there. So I'm getting the feeling here that for you, this course is you breaking free, and this is you just like, you're so ready to go towards your future. You're so ready to collect your blessings. Like, you've been patient, diligently working on planting your seeds. You are loving the energy that you're receiving right now, and you have so much coming your way, and you're just so ready to grab it. And I think that there might be that in this reading, how people see you. I feel like people are wanting you. This is going in both directions. I'm seeing is that people, I think, are seeing all the work that you've done on yourself, and they're very inspired by it, and they're really seeing like you are somebody that is just really moving ahead in life. For other people, I see that there's somebody in your life, or your mother, or other people in your family, that they want to manipulate you to go back into this space, but it's like you're so far ahead of it. Maybe they don't know, like how far ahead of it you are, and they're accustomed to being able to manipulate you in a way that they used to be able to, and it's like, this person I'm sensing that was manipulating you, I hope it's not your mom, but maybe it could be somebody that's triggering your mother wounds, or literally your mom, or a mother figure. I think they're feeling a sense of sadness or emptiness because they know that you're leaving the nest, and they know that they're not going with you because they haven't done this. Like, they have not been planting their seeds. They have not been connecting to the wheel of life. They have not been opening their hands to receive their blessings, because whoever this person is, they're accustomed to taking it from you. And that is what makes them feel alive. Like, it's like they take your energy because they really feel like this. They really feel just empty. And I think that in your absence, that this person is going to find who they are in this empty space. So it's just like everything has its purpose. It's not good for them to continue to take from you, and so, leave whoever this person is with grace, and know that it's for their benefit, that you're not going to be there anymore. Okay, let's see if we can get some additional cards. Oh my gosh, this must be this person. Do you see? Short-sightedness, ambition, narcissism. Okay. I'm getting like, okay, this one fell out of the bottom of the deck, and I hate when these cards come out together, but I think that it's important. Abaddon, Lord of the Abyss, Pestilence, Corruption, Malice. Set, Prince of, I don't know how to say that, Avarice, Short-sightedness, Ambition, Narcissism. These are like some of the most nastiest energies of the deck. So, when in the context of this reading it says, how do other people see you? Do other people see you with this energy? Maybe. But because I see that see that it fell like right under these cards right here. I feel that whoever this person you're asking about, this is actually a projection of of this space that's happening in their own heart. I think that you've recognized that you have been drowning in this energy for a long time. In the past, you were maybe. And you are ready to escape with as many swords as you possibly can. And with this card right here, Anubis, preservation, neutrality, obligation. I feel like right here under the Hunter, and also this card right here, that you are taking with you everything that helps you of this situation. Everything that helps you of this situation, you're taking it with you. And you're leaving behind what doesn't serve you anymore. I think that in a way, you know, this created the foundation of the seeds that you're planting. You brought with you your truth, and you're building. I think you're building off of it. You're planting seeds. You're building a foundation. You're acquiring wisdom. And you know what this also reminds me of, and which is also why I think maybe for some of you, you need to look at pile 1. Because pile 1 had the Ace of Swords come in, and I kind of feel like this is a replacement card for the Ace of Swords, because really it should be Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins, and Ace of Swords. Like, you have all of these new beginnings coming towards you. Let's see if we can pull from the Angel and Ancestors deck for like an additional card. Okay. So this one is very interesting. In the last reading, only 1 wanted to come out. For you guys, 4 wanted to come out. Okay, so we have Druid, hold the space. We have Traveler, move in a new direction. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. And Winter, take care of your needs. I feel that for those of you that are looking for a timeline, winter is probably going to be a very important time for you. And I feel like it's sort of saying, like it's going in this way. It's saying, hold the space for yourself. Because right now you need to make plans and focus, because you're moving in a new direction. And it's going to arrive in winter. Okay? And I think that for some of you, this is where you are now, where it wants you to hold the space. And for others of you, you're already in this process, and it's saying that you're going to enter into your ace period in winter. For others of you, you're going to enter into the wheel at winter. Okay. Let's see if we can get a astrological card. Okay, so we have Sun, Spirit, Fire, Element, Desire. Yeah, so Sun is also a fire element, because it is like the Leo. And I think this is where, number 1, it's what's sort of coming up for me here is 3 plus 7 equals 10 equals 1. So this is a 1 card, this is a 1 card. This reminds me of your Ace of Wands, which is in the 1 placement, the Ace of Coins in a 1 placement in our, this is going to be our Ace of Swords, which is what I think this is a stand-in for, which is also a 1. I feel like you have so many new beginnings, might as well have like the Fool card out here in Tarot to show that you are about to enter a whole new beginning. Okay, so I'm going to look at a different astrological deck to see if we have some advice for you in regards to how to address your person or people. Okay, so we have another Saturn. Same here is our Saturn right here. Be realistic about, be concerned about, you must wait before you can. And I think that maybe the wait is referring to winter, is that there's still something in process right now, and it might be your process, or it might be the universe aligning things separate of your own personal process so that you can break free here, like this horse that's looking to break free and head over here. Okay, so we're just going to get a few more advice cards, and we have silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And here, trust your gut feeling. Let your heart lead you to who you are. So maybe that's, these advice cards, I feel like, are prompted by the last message, where you're like, okay, well, like, what do I need to be realistic about, or what do I need to wait for? Okay, so I think Spirit is saying, you know, silence yourself right now and just let the answers come to you. Let your, you know what's interesting is that I remember seeing in it was like a chakra breakdown, like where the 3 places that we get our messages are, so we have messages that come from our gut, which is like our instinct. We have messages that come from our heart, which is our feeling, and messages that come from our mind, which are our intuition. And I see reference to heart, gut, and mind. Like, I feel like Spirit is saying align yourself. Like, align your 3 message centers. Align your mind with your heart and your gut. And I think that the messages that you're looking for are you're just going to fall in place with this wheel right here. This wheel of life. Okay, so, yeah, this concludes your reading, I think. Pause there for a second just to make sure, you know, if I could see any more messages for how people see you, but I just think that people see that you're like, you have a lot of blessings coming your way. Like, you're about to be set free, and you're about to be able to have this life that looks so blessed. And some people, I think, are going to be so happy and proud of you, and other people, I think, are going to really be stuck in this space because they can't go here with you. Okay, so that concludes your reading, pile 2. Please like this video if it brings you peace, clarity, or convictions towards your next steps in life. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified when new readings or astrological insights. And please check out the description box below if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me through Etsy, FIVERR, or directly contact me through Gmail. If you're looking for a way to donate $1 to support my channel, I have links below for Zelle or PayPal. Donations are always appreciated, but they're never expected. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, links below, for free daily readings and astrological transit. Okay, bye, pile 2. Okay, I'm going to clear the board for pile 3. I don't like to edit my videos. I actually stay with my video the whole way through, which means I'm going to take a little drink break with my coffee. Just a second. We got pile 3. So we're halfway through so far. Okay. Pile 3. Let's see if we can get one card with some channeled messages. How do people see pile 3? Okay. Before we start this reading, I would like to ask, before we start this reading, please ask yourself if this reading is going to be how one person in particular sees you, or how a group of people see you, or just how people see you in general, because that'll change the context of the reading for you. Okay. So we have 3 of Cups. Okay, so baseline, I think people see you as somebody who is a good friend, somebody who celebrates life, somebody who laughs easily, laughs with life, has fun. Maybe also for some of you, I'm getting a message that some of you might party a little bit too much, or the person that's viewing you sees you as somebody who parties a little bit too much. Like maybe you go out with your girlfriends a little bit too much to drink. Maybe you're posting a lot of pictures on social media about going out or drinking or having fun. And I think maybe this person sees you as kind of both, or people see you as both. They see you as somebody that has a lot of fun, but maybe a little bit too much fun at times. And I guess it sort of depends on the context of your reading, if this is about one person or many people. But I think that maybe people just sort of see you as somebody that likes to let loose, and maybe you might let loose a little bit too much at times. But mostly this is a positive reference. Yes. Ace of Pentacles is what I mostly, right when I was saying that, mostly this is a positive reference. People see you as somebody who has a clear vision of their future, a clear vision of your life's purpose, and a clear vision of your goals. People see you as somebody who is lighthearted, somebody who follows their heart, somebody who's romantic and adventurous. I mean, right now I see somebody who has a lot of good energies, but I'm also seeing the reason that you're able to have all of these good energies is because you actually work really hard. And people see that. Like, they see that you're somebody who works hard, and that's why you get to be happy. That's why you get to have your place in the sun. This is the sun card right here in this deck. It's like people see that you have a really good work hard, play hard balance. And that is how you are able to really, I think, balance working towards your future, working towards your goals, but also being successful. Being successful with your goals. We have the Emperor in reverse. I see somebody who is probably, people might see you as somebody that's adverse to routine, structure, stability, rules, and power. Like, if you had the choice between following your heart and doing what other people expect of you, because that's just like the the system, like you're gonna follow your heart, and people see that about you. I get like this like sense like you're behind the screen being like, "Yep," I feel like she doesn't have to repeat that. So we have another cup. So we have the Page of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups right here. So you have a lot of Cups energy. 3 of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. You are somebody who is very connected to your heart. But with these 3 influences right here, you're also somebody that knows that the reason why you get to feel success and feel happy is because you do create a good balance for you when it comes to working hard, building your foundation, not somebody else's foundation, and using this hard work to lead you towards your life's purpose. And I think that you've found a way to create a really nice balance with all of these things. And I do think that people see this very clearly with you. I feel like people see that, maybe in the past people saw you as being partly defiant, that you would defy the rules and you'd follow your heart, and they didn't really know how that was going to turn out for you. But you knew that if you worked hard and you had a really good work-life balance, play hard, work hard balance, and that you follow your heart, that you allowed your inspiration to guide you, that you were going to just naturally be happy, like naturally find success, naturally find your financial reward, naturally find your clarity of purpose. And regardless of where you are, I do see, because this is a general reading, some of you might be here, some of you might be here, some of you might be here. So think of these 2 cards as past, these 3 is the present, and these 2 is the future. You might have to decide where you are here, because this is, as I said, a general reading. But I think for most of you, you're going to be falling in this middle line right here, where you're sort of tweaking, working hard, playing hard. And I do think that this card here at the bottom, I think right here is sort of like the foundation of what leads to these 2 cards right here. I think. Like these 2, like if these 2 cards are like a balancing act that support this card, this is the actual card, the Page of Cups, I think. When I see the Page of Cups, it kind of reminds me of somebody who is very skilled at reading signs, like synchronicities. Like you might be somebody who has such a close connection with spirit that like if you follow the signs, if you follow your heart, if you follow synchronicity, like it leads you here, like without a doubt. Like you might know that very sincerely in your soul, that if you follow the clues that are coming from your heart and the clues that are coming from spirit, like you are going to be taken care of. And I think that I get the sense that people sort of see that you're just like, they're like, how does this person defy all the rules and everything works out in their favor? And I feel like you're just sort of like, dude, like, just trust in the signs. They've got your back. Like to other people, I think what they see you come up with looks like magic to them, but to you, it's like, duh. Like, this makes sense. Like, all you have to do is listen to your heart and follow the signs. Like, they've always got your back. I don't know. Like, I love this reading so much. The other 2 readings were a little bit heavier, especially reading 1. And this one has such a lightness to it. It just really, yeah, like this is just such a lightness to this reading. Like I just feel like people see you as sunshine. Like you're sunshine to people, I think. Like your happiness to people. Your laughter and fun. Like that's what you are to people, and they like being around you. Oh, that's cool. The vision. Okay, so we have the vision here. And the warrior. Okay. I feel like for some of you, I don't know, it depends on where you are. For some of you, you've had to really fight, I think, some rules and some structures that were just not in alignment with your heart. Like, some of you have had to really fight. Some of you have had to really fight. Because I think for you, you saw the vision. Like, you saw the vision of your life. And you trusted this process. Like, although you could see this vision, there's so much, I don't know if you guys have seen that picture on the internet where it talks about, consciousness and subconsciousness or unconsciousness, and, from here up, you can see the iceberg, and from here down, there's a much bigger iceberg that you don't see. And I think that, you sort of recognize, I think in a way, that this big iceberg right here, I don't know, I get a feeling like you sort of, pushed it up. This is, very symbolic. If this iceberg, for most people, this is all that they really know of their own mind. I sort of feel like you have the ability, or you've already mastered emotions. I get the feeling like you're a very emotionally intelligent person, and you have been able to push your unconscious and subconscious mind all the way up, where it's now completely visible to you. It's completely visible to you. You know exactly what is happening in your mind, and that is in your heart. You know exactly what's happening in the unconscious part of you. That's why I think it's also a part of your success, because that's how you've been able to defy certain structures that weren't resonating with you, because you were able to really, I think, really go down to the depths of yourself and really fight for what you knew was not for you. Oh, that was cool. Okay, let's see if we can get some other cards. The Traveler. So, the one that really stands out here for me is rejection. For the matriarch, in this particular deck, she is somebody who creates her own homestead for people who were rejected, just like her, and she creates a new home for them. And I get a feeling that with this matriarch right next to the Emperor in reverse, which I feel like, in theory, if this was the Empress and this was the Emperor and this one's reversed, I feel like it's sort of saying, maybe you are somebody who is very familiar with toxic masculinity or the patriarchy. And you recognize that it's not really about you being rejected, it's about you finding where you belong. And you having the strength of conviction to know where you are supposed to go. And I think that this traveler right here is, I think it's recognizing that you recognize, or other people recognize, that you know that you're valuable, but you know that what you find valuable is not valuable to everybody. But you're willing to go out there on your own and offer your value to people who value it. And so that's what I find in alignment with these two cards. You have these two cards that have a very similar message of knowing your worth and finding people, or finding environments or communities of people who understand your worth. Like, kind of understanding, like, you're not for everybody. And that's okay, because there isn't a person on earth that is for everybody. You know, we all have our people. I don't know, it's funny to me that it's like, why do we try to be liked by everybody when that's, like, nearly impossible? Like, people who try to be liked by everybody is, like, liked by nobody, because it's like, who are you then? You know, like, you find your people, you know, by being, like, following your own heart, you know, and standing up for what you believe in. And I think people kind of see you, I don't know, like, I think people kind of see you as, like, this heart warrior, or, like, this spiritual warrior, like, somebody that's able to stand strong for what they believe in, and somebody who has reaped so many rewards from that as well. I think for some of you, I'm also getting a feeling like that if you're thinking about one person in general, that they partly admire this and partly envy this in you, and they might at times, I hope this is just for some of you, but they might at times lean a little bit too heavy on envy and send you some bad juju. So, but I do get a feeling that, like, you're so beyond that. You're like, I don't care. Like, I fought so hard to be who I am. Not going to let your bad juju and evil eye affect me, is what I'm sensing from you, which is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to get some astrology cards, see if I can get some extra insights here. Okay, cool cards. Okay, so we got Black Moon Lilith, and we have Uranus Genius. I feel like this is also confirming a little bit of what I said earlier about, like, you might be somebody who has a little bit too much experience with toxic masculinity and the patriarchy, and you're like, Black Moon Lilith here saying, like, I have my own personal genius and my own awesomeness about me, and I trust in it. Like, it might not make sense to me all the times, but I trust in it, and so I have faith in that process, and I move forward in that process. I do see here we have 12, which breaks down to 3, and then we have a 9, and those two numbers in astrology are polar opposite to each other. So 3 is Gemini, and 9 is Sagittarius. So I do think that this is a little bit of a, I feel like this is you learning how to communicate. Like, people see that you are learning how to communicate this genius, or you're already very good at it. And that's why you've had success in ways that perplex them. Like, they see that you're somebody that has the ability to really almost communicate these mysteries or this genius in a way that reaches a lot of people, and because you have the ability to communicate it, or you're gaining the ability to communicate it, depending on where you are, past, present, future, that plays a huge part in your blessings. Okay, so I'm going to see if we can find some, this is a different astrological deck, to see if there's some advice for you in regards to the person that you're asking about, how they see you, or the people like how you should approach this. Okay, so we have 2 cards, and I feel like these have pretty much the same meaning to them, almost. We have the first house, and we have the sun. So the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from things brought to life, who you are, your desires, your actions. So we have 2 sun cards here for you. And I feel like this first house card is reminding me of this Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is just a reminder of like where you're going. Where you're going. Like this is you, your success comes from being who you are. Like following your desires, taking action on your desires. This is how people see you. That the more that you become who you are, the more respect you gain from other people, whether they're happy about that or not, depending on the person we're inquiring about. Like for some people, I think that they may be envious, but I do get a feeling that for most people, you're inspiring. Okay, then we'll see if we can get some additional advice cards. So we have, don't be frustrated, let go, and feel peaceful. Surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. Okay, so I think for you guys, this card is really popping up here. So I think this is a message for people that are in the, which I think is going to be the majority of you in the present position, is I think like you're being reminded that maybe you might be working a little bit too hard right now, and now's the time to have fun. Go have fun. Like your happiness, your success is not going to evade you just because you're going to go have some fun. Like maybe you might have experienced a minor setback, and I think the spirit might also be saying don't get frustrated. Let go, be peaceful, because you have more work to do. I'm also picking up that message. Also, surrender with joy. I'm getting a little bit of a, like, this is a done deal right here, so just surrender to it. It's kind of funny. Okay, so this was a really nice reading for whoever picked pile 3. You're awesome. It's very, very sunny. If you had a feeling like if you had a hard time like picking between this pile or pile 1 or 2, I might suggest that you guys look into pile 1 or pile 2, because it could be like a precursor to this reading right here. Like if those readings have more past energy, maybe this might be more of a like present or future energy. So just something to keep in mind. So this concludes your reading, pile 3. Please like this video if it brings you peace, clarity, or conviction towards your next step in life. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified with new readings or astrological insights. Please check out the description box below if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me through Etsy, FIVERR, or directly contact me through Gmail. If you're looking for a way to donate $1 to support my channel, I have links below for Zelle or PayPal. And donations are always appreciated but never expected. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, links below for free daily readings and astrological transits. Okay, let's clear the board for pile 4. I don't like to edit my videos. I like to just do one big streaming video, so sorry that I'm transitioning on screen like this. Okay. Okay, last pile, pile 4. Let me get a sip of my coffee real quick. Okay. So let's see if we can get one card for pile 4. So we can see if we can begin our channeled messages with that one card. Spirit, how do people see pile 4? Now remember, as you're preparing yourself for this reading, just take a moment to think about who it is that you want to know thinks about you. Is it a lover, or many people, or a friend, or your family? Just try to know that in advance so that you can adjust the context. Okay, so I was wondering if any of these readings were going to have a relationship context. So I'm glad to see that this one I'm sensing is a love reading. So if you guys if you didn't ask about a love reading, possibly look at one of the other 3 readings. So what I'm seeing right here is whoever is you asked about. They are looking at you as a possible love interest, or they already love you. Or if you decided to push forward with this reading anyhow, even though I said that this is most likely probably about love, I think that people might also see you as somebody that is very pure of heart. So if you said, I want to know how other people see me, they see you as somebody that is very pure of heart. Okay, so those are like the 3, kind of narratives I'm getting for this one, is that people see you as somebody who's very pure of heart, somebody's considering you for a love interest, or somebody already loves you a lot. I'm also kind of wondering, for pile 3, it's funny I didn't get it until hindsight, but a lot of those cards could have been, suggesting a love interest, or being offered an invitation for love. Although I didn't get that initially through the channeled message. But if you also felt called to pile 3, I might suggest you look into that one. Okay, so let's see if we can get some additional cards here. So we have the 7 of Swords. Or the 3 of Wands. Okay, I'm getting quite a few messages here, but I do want to pull a few more cards, just because that 7 of Swords can mean quite a few things. Okay. So definitely check out pile 3 if you are also called to pile 3, because the Ace of Pentacles came out there as well. I'm sensing that people sort of see you as somebody who might have had like a harsh beginning, like somebody who's been through a lot, like you've had money troubles, health issues, not a great upbringing. And I think that people, or this person, sees that regardless of your past, you have found ways to move beyond it. You found ways to move and I'm sort of getting that you're somebody that knows when to abandon ship and when you need to rest and when you need to take really quick action. And I feel that for most of you, you're on the precipice, if not already ready. You're on the precipice of receiving a lot of really amazing things in your life. And I think that that is what people see out of you, is that maybe they see you as somebody who, regardless of your past, you have figured out how to be joyful regardless, and how to find your life purpose regardless, how to work towards your finances regardless of your past. Like, you are somebody who creates plans, whether you share those plans with people or not. Maybe you keep most of them secret, I think, for a reason. I have a sense that you have experienced a great deal of self-sabotage or sabotage from people that you're supposed to love and trust, people that are supposed to be loyal to you and look out for your best interest. And I think that from having one or more important relationships where I think you have been sabotaged by people that you're supposed to lean on, I feel like it might have created a few self-sabotaging patterns that you've had to address and undo. But I think because it's in the past position, you're probably aware of those things, and you're probably already have worked on them. And I see here with this, Eight of Wands here, that you are in a position where you are probably about to manifest something very quickly. Like, you're probably in a position where you are looking very closely at reaping some rewards for connecting to your life purpose and something that brings you emotional fulfillment. Like, I see between these two aces right here, I see that you have done a considerable amount of work to get to this point, considering you have these two cards right in front of it. And because this Ace of Wands is the foundation of the present line, I see that, like, you are about to just really, really reap these rewards. And I see that you're probably somebody who, you're at this point where you are just so ready for your new life. Like, you are excited about your new life. You are excited to leave the past in the past. You're excited, I think, to experience and reap the rewards of all the work that you have done. And I think people see this in you, that you're somebody who has done a lot of work on yourself. And if this is a love reading, I think I see that somebody sees you as somebody to invest in, or to somebody who they might like to have around. Like, somebody who You know what I'm feeling? I'm feeling like because you have done so much work that you're also on the way to align with a very important relationship in your life. And this person is coming in quick. And this person is a little bit of a reward for your hard work and everything that you've done. Like, this person is, I don't even like saying it like that. You're aligning with them. That's probably a better term. But they're going to feel like a reward to you. It's like, oh, I'm so happy, like I'm aligning with this person, and I know I'm aligning with this person because I've finally been able to let go of these things in the past. And I don't even like saying it like that. Why does that resonate badly with me? It's not that it's like, oh, I finally get to let go. It's like you've done the work and you can let go of it now. Like, you've done the hard work and now there's no tethers. Like, you're moving quick. And I think Spirit wants you, like, maybe you might be in a position where there might be just one little thread right here that's trying to pull you back in, and this card is like, nope, we're trying to bring you over here with all of this awesome energy right over here. See if you can get some more cards. If this is also a love interest, I do see that this person is imagining what a future might be like with you. Yeah, I feel like they're imagining what a future might be like with you, and you are somebody that they're excited about. Oh my gosh, no way. The one. Do they see you as the one? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. The flame. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. This must be a love reading. The one and the flame. I mean, enough said about those two things. Like, you are lighting their fire. You're somebody that they're excited about. They see you as somebody they could have a future with. And if this isn't somebody that you've met yet, they're probably on the way. Like, if you are in this phase right now, just, you haven't quite made it here yet, just remember this 8 of Wands card. Like, cut the last tether and things are going to move real quick. Okay, let's see if we can find another card, another 2 cards. Oh my gosh. Arthur, the champion of Avalon, companionship, nobility, self-realization. I feel like, is he your Arthur? Is he like your knight in shining honor? Knight in shining... What is it? How did they say that? I don't know. Shining knight, whatever. The champion. I feel like, for one, this could be the person. But for 2, I kind of just see this companionship here. It's just really pointing out. I feel like they kind of see you as somebody that could really have their back. Oh my gosh. Yes, the Golden Empress. Like, they see you as somebody who is confident, beautiful, magnetic. They see you as the one. They see you as their empress. You know, and they want to be your Arthur. They see you as like a companion, and you are just like everything. Like, this picture is just so I mean, it's crazy. The jewel of Abydos. You are a jewel. Wow, I'm so happy that we finally got a love reading in here. And a good one, because, you know, an unhappy love reading is just depressing. But this one is good. Like, who is this person? I would love to know if anybody, after like a while, like maybe like after you've seen this reading and down the line, if you actually meet your person, I would love to know that. Leave a comment. You know, I'm not sure. Maybe we can get a few timelines here. That would be really neat. Okay, let's. I've been using this deck as advice, but I just get the feeling like let's get this one for a timeline. Okay, Spirit. Let's see if we can use this for a zodiacs or a timeline. Okay, so nurturing of feelings caused by reactions. So moon. So maybe when the moon is in Pisces. Oh, yeah, because the full moon is in Aquarius. So the next one is in Pisces, maybe. I might, yeah, probably look into that. I think it's like, look at when the moon is in Pisces, and maybe that might be when that might happen for you. So interesting. Or maybe they're a water sign also, because moon is Cancer and 12th house is Pisces. And let's see if we can get some more astrological cards here to explain more about this relationship. Oh, here on healing. I feel like this relationship for them or for you, it's going to be a very obviously a very healing relationship, but I get a sense that by you coming together, I feel like you guys are going to be able to heal some wounds together, but also a lot of these wounds, I'm sort of guessing, are... Okay, hold on. Let me sit with this card for a minute, because I'm getting a lot of messages here. And I'm going to see if I can lean on another card to help me with this. Grand Trine Blessing. Mars Force. Okay, so I think a lot of the healing that you guys are going to do together is going to be this. I'm sensing like kind of a little bit of a progressive relationship or an enlightened relationship or an Aquarian style relationship where you guys have a very balanced connection, like balance and masculine and feminine principle, not like a traditional style relationship where the male leads. I feel like this is a very balanced relationship where he is going to enjoy playing a supportive role, and you are going to enjoy being an empowered female is sort of what I'm picking up on. I mean, and that's assuming maybe you're the male in this relationship. You know, it could be the other around. Like, I've kind of noticed that the One and the Golden Empress and the Flame and Arthur, like, that could so easily go either way. Like, you both are each other's person, and you both feel that way about each other. Maybe also, at one point, you might have a history with this person that we're thinking about, and your history with this person is very much related to things that have happened in your past, certain wounds from your past, and I think that as you both are working on them together, then you get to feel these new beginnings or experience these new beginnings, but I feel that possibly, if these cards have to do with the person, depending on like if you already know this person, I feel like the work that you guys do together might be a little bit like triggering, or like you might have some sort of mirror effect here. But like once you guys get through it, I think if you recognize it's a blessing that you have somebody like this to do this kind of work with, like, and maybe somebody that's a little bit more trustworthy than you're used to, that you can really go a long way. So we have face your fears, farewell to fear phantoms. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel like this might be saying that a lot of your fears are past oriented. Like maybe it doesn't have to do with this person fully. Or maybe this person accidentally triggers some of your fears, but they don't mean to. Maybe, I feel like Spirit is sort of saying, really assess, like, where your fears come from. I mean, obviously, in this past position, this Five of Pentacles right here, feeling, normally in traditional tarot, it's the card where the woman and the child are left out in the cold. Maybe that's how you felt at one point. Heart of the matter, align life's pathways through the heart. Yeah, what is the root? What is the root of these fears? I think that once you address this, then you'll be able to move into these two ace positions here. For those of you that are still maybe playing, still playing a little bit with these fear phantoms. These fear phantoms, like really get to the heart of the matter, why they exist. And I think that your person will be right around the corner. And for those of you who already know your person, you guys can kind of move out of that Chiron energy and more into the Grand Trine Blessing energy. I think once you get there, I just recognized that this. I'm sorry, I have the sniffles a little bit. I just noticed that this Grand Trine Blessing right here, this triangle and this triangle, are kind of expressing the same thing. That this is those are your blessings that want to come through. But yeah, I mean, if this is a person that you're asking about, they see you as their other half. If you're not asking about a specific person and you're wanting to know how people look at you in general, I do think that people see you as somebody who has created like an inner marriage of sorts, which is what I see here with these two cards. Like you've created an inner marriage with your Ace of Pentacles where you've been able to take action on your life's purpose by following like your inner compass in a way, like your inner child or your innocence. And because you've been able to align these two cards, you're going to be able to manifest really quickly and receive your rewards quickly. And I think people are sort of in awe, like they're sort of in awe of this really awesome inner marriage that you have created for yourself. And what motivated you, I think, is your past. And, not feeling... I'm sort of getting that some of you might have not had a close relationship to either of your parents, and I'm getting a feeling of reparenting, like a reparenting situation. And you've had to be your own mother and your own father. And I think that because you have been able to do that for yourself, that you have created these wonderful circumstances. Okay, so this is the end of your reading, pile 4. Please like this video if it brings you peace, clarity, or conviction towards your next steps in life, and hit the subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of new readings or astrological insights. Please check out the description box below if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me through Etsy, FIVERR, or directly contact me through Gmail. If you're looking for a way to donate $1 to support my channel, I have links below for Zelle or PayPal. You can also find me on Instagram and Facebook, the links below, for free daily readings or astrological insights. Okay, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Okay, bye!